Welcome back into the channel, my friends, on this snowy Tuesday in the NBA. We got your best bets for the NBA on Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025. We got NBA player props, spreads, totals, best bets, predictions here for you today. We got 3 picks in the video. Let's lock in and get this sweep.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that Cap made now. Straight fire.
As always, my friends, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for me. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support as always. Let's lock in and make some money here on NBA Monday. Or NBA Tuesday. Sorry, NBA Tuesday. What am I doing, guys? Losing track of our days. Guys, as you can see, we got some snow around us today. We're having a little bit of a snow situation here in the Northeast, but we're having fun. We're going to lock in and make some money here in the NBA today. It was a solid day in the NBA last night. Doing a quick recap, we ended up going 2-1, plus 0.68 units. So it was a successful night in the NBA. Obviously, was hoping we'd do a little bit better. But we were able to cash the Phoenix Suns, plus 5.5 on the spread. We get that done. And we also cash Franz Wagner under 36.5 PRAs. He finishes with 33. So good on that front. Miles Bridges, though, what are you doing, brother? He had like 8 points. He wasn't even close. This dude finished with 12 PRAs. We had him over 29.5. That was very disappointing. That was our favorite play of the day. Of course, that one misses. Obviously, very disappointing there. But it is what it is. I'll take the winning day. We'll move forward. We'll obviously look to get the sweep here tonight. And I am excited about tonight's card, actually. We got three plays I really love tonight. So hopefully, obviously, we can lock in and make some money. Guys, I haven't lost my confidence. Like I said, we've had a rough season so far, but we will turn it around. It's still early, guys. It's still December. I have a lot of confidence that we will turn this thing around and right the ship, and I'm excited to get after it. Want to say a special thank you to all of you that showed up for last night's live stream. It was very successful once again. You guys are awesome. We had a fantastic live stream. Had a lot of fun there calling the Giants-Patriots game. It was a little bit of a stinker there in the second half because it was a blowout. But I appreciate all of you guys for coming out and hanging out with us. We had a lot of fun. Make sure you guys do it next week. Come out, hang out with us on the live stream. It's a lot of fun. We can chat, talk about the bets. You guys can tell me that I stink. Whatever. It's all good. Yeah, like I said, as far as the bets go, it's been a little rough this season as far as in the NBA. But like I said, this is our bread and butter, and we will turn it around. Like I said, nice little momentum shift yesterday, 2-1. We'll take the winning day. As far as our comic cappers, we had got to get the bag, calling Con Canuple over 24.5 PRAs. He gets that done, so we love to see. Great call out there from Got to Get the Bag. Guys, last night, we survived and went 2-1, right? Last night it's just to show you the state in the NBA from day to day. The NBA was incredibly weird last night. You had the Jazz beating the Rockets last night, 11.5-point dogs. You had the Mavericks beating the Nuggets. I believe they were 10-point dogs. There was one other big upset too. The Wizards beat the Bucks. They were like 12-point dogs. So the NBA can be tough sometimes, guys. Right now, I don't know. I don't know what to make of last night. Last night's results were pretty wild. Obviously, the Suns dusted the Lakers without Booker. So we covered on the Suns, but I kind of had in mind that Devin Booker was going to be in the whole game. He left after the first quarter, and the Suns blew the doors off the Lakers without Devin Booker. Weird NBA that we're experiencing right now, guys, as far as underdogs, as far as minutes, situations, bench players. There's a lot of weird things going on. So we still got to sort through these things, try and figure it out under all the rubble. But man, sometimes it is difficult to figure out, guys, when you have results that just don't make any sense. It obviously didn't make a lot of sense yesterday, but that's okay. It's either here nor there. Let's get after it today, though, guys, and get this 3-0 sweep in the NBA. Let's lock in and get right into our picks. At number 1, we are going with Tyrese Maxey, under 31.5 points here for the Philadelphia 76ers. We got minus 114 odds here on DraftKings. This is honestly, I love this play today. He's playing the Wizards, right? So you're looking at me going, why are you taking an under versus the Wizards? Well, we've been here before when they kill Alexander Walker under on PRAs, and that cashed easily. But I love Maxey's spot here to go under, guys. He is under in 11 of 19 games this season, under in 7 of 11 games at home. Wizards actually rank 10th best in points allowed to point guards. They actually aren't terrible against point guards, which is significant because there's a lot better areas, I think, on the floor to attack this Wizards defense than, for Tyrese Maxey. And Maxey, to me, just isn't going to have to, right? The Wizards are projected to be pretty bad tonight, obviously, on the back-to-back. They're going to be down a bunch of players tonight. On an already kind of bad team, right? They're 12-point dogs in this one, so Maxey's not going to have to press here. He's not going to have to take over, and I really, really love him to go under tonight. He's under in 5 of his last 6 games versus the Wizards to this line. Under in 3 or 4 games this year when the 76ers win by 10-plus points. The spread, like I said, set to 12.5 in favor of the 76ers. He won't have to press. A lot of his scoring is kind of like Donovan Mitchell. He'll take over in the fourth quarter if he has to, but it's not really like his prime thing that he does early on in basketball games. He doesn't usually take over early. I'm not saying he won't try and score. I'm just saying he's not going to look to take over the game in the first 3 quarters generally. And it worked out that way in the earlier season matchup. He did have 39 versus the Wizards in that earlier season matchup, but guys, that game went to overtime. So it was a close, hard-fought game in Philly. Sarr was playing. A lot of the guys were playing that won't be playing tonight. He had 23 of his 39 points in the fourth quarter and overtime. He had 16 points heading into the fourth quarter, guys. If he has 16 points heading into the fourth quarter tonight, obviously we're going to you'd always feel good. Obviously, you can't anticipate the game going to overtime. He had 9 of his 39 in overtime, which means he would have hit the under anyway. Even despite taking over in the fourth quarter, he still would have hit the under if it just went 4 quarters. So just goes to show you that was an extreme circumstance where that's the worst circumstance we could face tonight, and he still barely hit that over. Even though it's very deceptive because, like I said, he had 39 because the game went to overtime. So, like I said, he won't need to take over, guys. And sometimes against the Wizards, the books set these lines up too high because the Wizards stink defensively, right? But they stink everywhere defensively, which means everybody could eat. So it really doesn't necessarily bode well for overs like you would think it would. Kind of like when we took Nickeil Alexander-Walker. It's the same concept. So love it there, guys, for number 1 pick. We got Tyrese Maxey under 31.5 points here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Minus 114 odds here on DraftKings. Okay, and at number 2, we got Brandon Ingram over 5.5 rebounds here for the Toronto Raptors. We got minus 109 odds here on DraftKings. Guys, we've loved betting on Ingram this season. He's been very good to us. Obviously, I think this is a great spot on his rebounds here. He's 14 of 21 this season to this line, 8 of 9 in home games, averaging 6.4 rebounds per game. So obviously, I love to see that. The Blazers here rank 30th in rebounds allowed to small forwards, so we really like to see that. Ingram does have a plus 0.3 projection on props.cash here, so obviously I like seeing that. They do have him going slightly over. 3 of his last 4 games versus the Blazers to this line. They love to see that. So far, 3 of 4 this season without R.J. Barrett in the lineup. So with Barrett out, he's gone 75% to this line. So love seeing that. Ingram's minutes have also been on the rise here as well. He's averaging 36.6 minutes per game over the last 5 games. The only reason, last game versus the Knicks, he played about 32. He would have played more, but that game turned into a blowout down the stretch. And that was also a back-to-back, and they're still willing to play him big minutes. So, Toronto's obviously a very good team this season. They're looking to win games this year, and they're acting like it. They've shortened this rotation up a bit. Obviously, even with Barrett being out, Ingram's getting a lot more minutes, which obviously is great for his rebounds. I think while his line right now is at 5.5, I think it's sneaky good, especially at home. This guy's been a wagon at home, particularly to the rebound line. 8 of 9 at home. You can't really do much better than that, guys. They are sometimes tight. He has a lot of games with 6. 7, 8, but I think we have even more upside now, obviously, because he's playing more minutes and because of the R.J. Barrett situation as well. So, love it there for number 2 pick, guys. We got Brandon Ingram over 5.5 rebounds here for the Toronto Raptors, minus 109 odds here on DraftKings. Okay, and finally, at number 3, we're going Memphis Grizzlies, plus 5.5 here on the spread versus the San Antonio Spurs. We got minus 115 odds here on DraftKings, risking a unit here. Memphis has actually covered the spread in 5 of their last 6 games, including winning 5 of their last 6 games straight up. A lot of those games as underdogs, which you love seeing that. All these games, obviously, without Ja Morant, who's been out for a while now. So they're actually much better without Ja Morant. And we've kind of known this actually for years now. If you go back a few years, we used to take the Grizzlies spread a lot when Ja Morant was out, because they just would play much better defensively and much better as a team, which is what we're seeing from the Grizzlies. They're actually 6th best in defensive rating over the last 6 games. Like I said, they play defense without Ja Morant. They're 10th best in offensive rating over the last 6 games. So this team's actually playing really well without Ja Morant. And against the banged-up Spurs team, I think we have a nice advantage here. The last team these two teams played, the Spurs did win the game by 10, but the Grizzlies really had control of that game, a lot of that game, because I was sitting there watching it, and that was one of the first games without Ja Morant. Now they've had a lot more time to get used to each other. I think this team is gelling even better than back then. So I think here with plus 5.5, I think they get this done. Like I said, you still got Wembanyama and Castle out for the Spurs, which, I mean, like I said, they're pretty banged up there. And the Spurs haven't been terrific without Castle and Wembanyama, right? Two of their bigger players. They're 21st in defensive rating over the last 6 games. That's really been the biggest difference here for the Spurs. They're 6th in offensive rating over the last 6 games, so their offense hasn't really suffered. But defensively, obviously, inside, you're going to suffer when Wemby's off the floor. Wemby was a great rim protector, really clogged up the paint. You couldn't get anything free in the paint. Now, it's a lot easier. So a guy like Jaren Jackson Jr., honestly, who I kind of wanted to take his PRAs, he's going to be able to eat, I think, here. I think he'll be able to eat maybe Zach Edey and the boys. I really like the spot here for the Grizzlies. I think they get this done. So, love it there for number 3 pick, guys. We got Memphis Grizzlies plus 5.5 here on the spread versus the San Antonio Spurs. We got minus 115 odds here on DraftKings. And then, guys, our straight fire Faves straight play of the day. We have to reset at day 1 again, guys. It's obviously very disappointing yesterday that we didn't cash. But we got Brandon Ingram over 5.5 rebounds today. We got the minus 109 here on DraftKings. So, obviously, I love this one today, guys. Brandon Ingram, like I said, at home has been absolutely scorching to this line. I think, like I said, if he's going to play anywhere near 36, 37, 38 minutes, I feel really good about him cashing. A lot of opportunities. He's a pretty lengthy, tall guy. So, you know, he's always a candidate to grab rebounds because he's a big dude. It's as simple as that. And he's obviously been doing it this year. It's a great matchup. There's a lot of reasons why I love this bet today. And I think he locks in and get this done. So that's my favorite play of the day. I do love Maxey's under, though, too. I honestly guess I love all the plays that we have today. I could have picked almost any one of these as our favorite play of the day because I really genuinely love them all. And I'm hoping, obviously, that the results pay off that way, right? That is it for our picks. As always, guys, you guys know this. I don't have any control over the results. It's been a tough year as far as results for us. We have not gotten the bounces. We have not gotten things really to go our way for a lot of the year. We didn't have a bad week last week, though. Last week we kind of held serve. We started off Monday, like I said yesterday, starting off the week with a winning day. We didn't close last week well, which sucked. If we closed last week better, we would have been okay. We've been kind of keeping the train moving. We went 0-4 though on Sunday, which was a big dagger to us there. So like I said, you got to bounce back from that, and you got to just keep believing and keep trusting the process. Sometimes what it's all about, guys. Sometimes, I've been in holes like this before, and we've clawed our way out, especially in the NBA, guys. NBA is one of those sports that I'm very confident we can claw our way out of. I have a lot of confidence in what we do. The results, like I said, the results just have not been going well for us. So, let's get on a run, though, guys. Let's get on a run. Even if you guys don't take the picks, come out and enjoy the videos. Just listen to the critiques. And decide what you guys want to do. I'm not telling you, guys, don't blindly tail these picks right now, because we have struggled, right? I'm not going to, make sure you guys are feeling good about what you take as always. Our comment cappers kill it here at the channel. So if you're looking for people to specifically tail right now, the comment cappers usually do a great job down in the chat producing winners. You guys are always fantastic at that. So I appreciate you guys, though. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let's lock in and make some money today, and we'll catch you guys all back here next time. Peace out.